How's everyone doing? I haven't posted anything for a little bit, but I decided to today. It's been interesting the last couple of months since this healthcare rollout, and I have talked to a lot of my staunch Democratic friends and some of my staunch Republican friends, and gotten what they said what they wanted to see happen. Now, the Republicans came out beforehand, said they wanted to at first they wanted to eliminate the bill. And the Democrats said no, and then told the American people that the Republicans were trying to hold America hostage. And then they said, look, all right, let's delay the bill, but also put in a clause that says that all members of the House, all members of Congress, all senators, all congressmen, have to also take Obamacare. Well, the Democrats said no, and of course said that the Republicans were trying to hold them hostage. And then the final thing the Republicans said was, all right, look, let's just hold off on the mandate for a year. Let's hold off on the fact that we're going to force Americans to take this or be penalized. Let's hold that off for a year. And then and then of course they went into the shutdown of the government. The Republicans purposely shut down the government. They hate America. They don't want you to have health care. They don't want you to have anything. They're trying to hold one of them said there's no difference between them and a terrorist that straps a bomb on their back and runs into a crowded building. Stuff like that pissed me off because politicians, no matter what side, both Republicans and Democrats, all they care about is their own side. They won't sit down and tell you whether they feel something is right or wrong. They will only tell you the talking points that have been reiterated to them by their party. The Democrats said, you call this color blue, then all the Democrats, even if they might think it's red, they're going to go, this is blue. And it's the same thing on the Republican side. So then the rollout happens. No one can get on the website. And they called it a minor glitch. And then the lies started. Then all of the lies about whose fault it was and whose responsibility. And they call on Secretary Sebelius, but she's too busy to go to she's too busy to adhere to a subpoena to appear in front of Congress because she had a dinner party to go to. You know, if I didn't adhere to a subpoena from my local court, I would go to jail. Why isn't she? And again, I don't care what party it is. I'm just talking right and wrong. Well, then we find out that people are losing coverage left and right. Even though we've heard, and it's been plastered all over the news, no one can deny it, the president over and over and over and over and over said, if you like your plan, you can keep it. If you like your doctor, you can keep it. When the bill was first being passed, there were so many pages. It was so big. And the very night before the vote, there was like another 1,500 pages put into this, and no one had time to know what's in it. Now, Nancy Pelosi, the moron out of California, said, you have to pass the law to know what's in it. Which would be interesting if the law was anyone named Nancy Pelosi should be shot in the chest 4 times. Well, I'm sorry, Nancy, you passed the law before we knew it was in it. See, telling the American people that you have to do something and trust them and then find out later what's in it is wrong. I don't care what side you're on. So then now, people are losing insurance left and right. A lot of people on the Democratic side said, look what the insurance companies are doing. They're forcing people out of their coverages because they don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. We see that's just a lie. Let's call it what it is. The politicians in this country purposely hoping to God you are the moron they think you are, they lied to you right to your face. You see, insurance companies are all about making money. When this law came out, there were provisions in the law that said you must have this type of coverage, and if you don't, it has to change. That forced insurance companies to cancel millions upon millions upon millions of insurance policies. It wasn't the insurance company do it. They were forced to by the healthcare law. The healthcare law stated if there wasn't this type of minimum coverage, then you will not be allowed to have that insurance. So a lot of insurance companies did this. They said, okay, we'll adhere to the law, but now you, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, your premiums are going to double or triple, and your out-of-pocket costs, your deductibles will skyrocket. I have a friend who now pays between $400 and $500 a month for his family insurance premium for him, his wife, and his 2 kids. And their out-of-pocket cost before the insurance even kicks in, the deductibles before the insurance even kicks in, is almost $20,000. You take that with the money they're spending every month, and it's astronomical. You're paying over $20,000 a year out of your own pocket before any type of insurance even kicks in. A lot of insurance companies are just saying, we can't do it. We can't. I mean, that's ridiculous. So they're canceling people. The thing is, the law, this healthcare law has forced them to get rid of business. What insurance company is going to cancel policies when it's all about the insurance company? Now, let's be honest. The insurance company makes way more money than they should ever make to cover the cost of health. And then they don't cover everything they should cover. It's a broken system. But the lawmakers, the people who wrote Obamacare, the integral people in this, knew this was going to happen. Do not be fooled. They 100% knew this was going to happen. Obama got on TV today and said, well, he's going to tell the insurance companies. First, it was he's going to tell the insurance companies they have to reinstitute these policies. Now, he says he's going to tell the insurance companies that he will allow them to reinstitute these canceled policies. That would be, and let's just be completely honest, because remember, when all the people on the right was saying healthcare is wrong, we need to stop it, we need to delay the mandate, the Republican argument was, you people need to realize the election already happened. You can't unelect Barack Obama. This is a law. You can't change the law. Even though, yes, at first they wanted to cancel the law, but then they just wanted to delay the mandates. But still, the Democrats said, no, the election's already happened. For some reason, they think that anyone who didn't, apparently if you don't agree with the president, you're some sort of racist bigot, and I really don't get that. But if Obama now says, insurance companies, I will allow you to bring those old policies back, that means the president's saying 2 things. 1, I will allow you to break the law that is in place, because it is a law that's in place. He's saying, I will allow you to break that. But secondly, when a president tells anyone in this country that he will allow them to do anything, those are the words of a dictator. Yes, I know some of you are going, fuck that fat guy, I can't believe he just said that. But it's true. Only a dictator tells people what they can and what they cannot do. You see, the president, the Congress, the Senate, they all work for us. But when the power is too big in your head, you start telling people what you will and won't allow them to do. It's amazing that almost almost $750 million has been spent on this website so far, when places like Amazon and eBay and other companies like that have hundreds of thousands of people at a time, especially during the holidays, ordering stuff without problems whatsoever. Yet this don't work. You're finally getting people, even on the Democratic side, going, you know something, we knew this was going to happen, it needs to stop. But here's the thing. The Democrats now that are backing the delay and the mandate are only partially doing it because it's the right thing to do. What's really happening is there are elections coming up in a few months next year. They want to save their ass. They understand that they continue to back this horrific law, that they will lose their spot. They don't care about you. They care about their jobs. Republican or Democrat, it's always the same thing, because politicians are crooks. They are liars. They care about their jobs. They don't care about you. The thing they hope for the most is that you're an idiot. They prey on the fact that you're just a sheep waiting to be led wherever you need to be led. I see too many Americans now who can't afford anything. Their insurance has dropped or it's skyrocketed so bad they can't afford it, which means they're being forced into Obamacare. I live in a town that has some really good hospitals, really good doctors, and I know friends that are losing those doctors. They're losing the ability to choose a hospital they want to go to. Now, I could sit there and say, it's your fault, you voted. But what it is I won't say it's your fault you voted. It's our fault because we allow people like this to blindly lead us. When do we really say enough is enough? I mean, it's now hitting our own bank accounts. When do we stop going, well, he's a Democrat, so he's the greatest thing ever? Or, well, he's a Republican, so he knows the best for everyone. And when do we start going, that guy's an idiot? This lady's an idiot, no matter what party they belong to. This healthcare law is amazingly destructive, and let me tell you something. When it all falls apart, and I truly believe it's all going to fall apart, where does that leave the people who have their insurance canceled? If Obamacare falls apart, which it looks like it will, what happens to the people that had all their policies canceled? What happens to the companies that are now making people only work 29 hours so they don't have to pay their insurance? Who pays for it all then? Well, if it's under Obamacare, you pay for it. I pay for it. It comes out of our taxes. They call it a fine. Fuck you, they're taxes. It's ridiculous. This is all because 90% of America, and I think I'm pretty fair on saying that, just go about their daily lives and figure whatever happens in Washington will work itself out. When you have a president that believes he has so much power that he can say, well, I'll allow the insurance companies to do this. We're a free market society. We're a capitalist society. We shouldn't be telling businesses what they can and can't do unless what they're doing is so horrifically criminal it's hurting people, unless it's actually physically, endangering people. The only thing that's hurting anybody right now is this new healthcare law. People that had insurance now don't. People's had their policies changed where they can't afford it anymore. Everyone still wants to blame this party or that party without realizing they're both wrong, that they're both to blame. And we, including myself as American citizens, we're to blame for allowing this. So when you watch TV and you see the Democrats starting to backpedal, the only reason is because they want your vote again. It's not that they care about you. If they cared about you, they would have opened their mouth the minute they knew this was horrible, which was before they even passed the law. Sometimes you got to wonder what the hell's about to happen to our country. If we allow this type of thing to continue, will we even have one anymore?